I'm saying? What's happening? It's like silence. Everybody, welcome to Everything Wrestling Nation. It is I, Fresh Voice, and I am Fresh Voice.
What?
I am who I am, and that's all I am, and that's all I want to be. Who are you, young man?
I am Young Custodian, baby. What up, gang, gang?
How's everybody doing this week? We are here coming to you live from Fan Chat Nation, Everything Wrestling Nation. We're on the Facebooks. We're on the YouTubes. We're on the iTunes, SoundCloud. There's so many
We're
opportunities.
SoundCloud rappers. Yeah.
Oh, what? Who's that? Wait, it's Steve Casanova in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Steve Casanova.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Whoop, whoop.
You know it. That was a little.
Whoa, not that.
JC Dub.
No, not that. Whoop, whoop. We got some people in the chat.
We got George Kraft saying hello, Homer. We got Amy Ross out there. We got Martin Eden, Eugene Bingham.
Welcome to the show, guys.
Welcome.
Where you guys from? Where you watching at? And Fresh Voice, how much wrestling you watching?
I watch plenty of wrestling. WWE Raw, SmackDown, NXT, NXT UK, 205 Live. Even caught a little bit of the Progress. Actually launched out some stuff this week from the Everybody Have Some Earn Doof. It was a weird title.
Yeah, they do weird titles.
It's pretty great. Also caught a little bit of the AAW this week, which was very enjoyable.
Did you see Spartan Biscuits boy?
Oh, you mean Mance Warner?
Mance old
Mancer over there, knee pad up, knee pad down, dramatic pause, great pause,
yes.
Dramatic pause. Oh, he's fantastic.
Great.
When are we getting him on the show, guys? Come on now.
Man.
Whenever. We're friends now, but we gotta smooth things out.
After that
no.
Young Custodian still after the beef with Unsanctioned Pro, old Mancer and the Custodian.
We became friends, but it's not smooth sailing just yet.
It took an eye poke just to open that door.
All right.
He got me with the eye poke.
Well, I tell you what, every man loves to settle their differences over a beer, and I know a great microbrew / craft beer place.
Oh, where's that at?
Where? Of course, it'd be Barley Hopsters in Delaware.
Barley
That's where it
Hopsters
would be.
in downtown Delaware, Ohio. Eugene thinks iTunes is L. It's like we're not going to talk about him because he's not paying us, but he's got his own thing. But anyway, let's get into wrestling. I want to talk wrestling. You want to talk wrestling? It doesn't matter what you want to do. Every time. I don't care. It's so good.
I got you with it once.
One time.
And you can't let it go.
Never let it go. No frozen up in this beat. We're going to work. Starting with the Hall of Fame induction announcement we had this week. One of the longest reigning Intercontinental Champions ever. The greatest.
Ever. Good Jericho. Come on.
I'm sorry. I wasn't ready. But one of the greatest Intercontinental Champions of all time, the Elvis impersonator himself, the one and only, the Honky Tonk Man getting inducted into...
Honky Tonk Man is the original man of himself.
He's OG.
He ain't no impersonator.
He's a one of a kind. He's just fantastic, and I think it's long overdue after the years that he's put in. Pam Kraft out there saying, "Sup, family?"
He's cool. He's
what
cocky.
up?
He's bad.
He's a bad mamma jamma. Who do you think? He's had a lot of
mamma
people
jamma.
work with him over the past years. Well, when he was active. You're still on that? Okay. Who do you think is going to induct him into the Hall of Fame? Because there's other guitar aficionados, like the likes of Eliath.
DDP, his driver.
That is true. Back when he was a young boy, DDP was that driver. You got the likes of Jeff Jarrett, the other guitar wielding man.
I don't want to see Jeff Jarrett on TV anytime
soon. But my heart's going with the one and only mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart.
Oh yeah, Jimmy Hart.
That's probably the one. I'm just calling it now. Great Beard of Glory out there watching. How you doing, fam? Everything Wrestling Nation, talking about wrestling. How did the week start here at Everything Wrestling Nation on the Raw is War, other Monday Night Raw. What else was Raw went through?
So I was going to let
it's
you
only words.
I'll get it.
They come out of your face.
Spencer, how you doing? Hi, Spencer. Everything Wrestling Nation.
It started out with Big Dog. Roman Reigns coming back, and he had a little heart-to-heart with the audience, and
he's felt the prayers.
His leukemia went into remission,
which is fantastic news.
It's great.
Whether you're a wrestling fan or just a human being in general, it's just fantastic
news.
Big news for anybody. Warm reception from the crowd. Ticket sales went up 60% with the announcement that he's going to be in. So I think it's fantastic. It's just can't put it into words. We're happy for him.
More than words.
I know. I'm struggling right now. It's embarrassing.
Yeah, you are.
So if anybody out there in internet land can educate us, would assume leukemia is pretty debilitating, but it looks like he looked pretty good and could do a limited amount in the ring, as opposed to other forms of cancer or whatnot, where you're just kind of weakened and whatnot. So I don't know exactly how it works. So if anybody could educate us out there and everything Wrestling Nation, that'd be great.
He did look a little bit smaller, but
a bit,
he still looks good.
But I mean, when you're related to The Rock, you just know how to work out.
When you're one of the big three, either you're from Ohio, Canadian, or Samoan, you're going to do well at any sort of wrestling that you're involved with. Steve Casanova.
Hashtag facts.
Hashtag facts for everybody out there. But it's fantastic to see Roman Reigns.
Glad to see him back.
Seth Rollins coming out for the Embrace. No Dean Ambrose.
Beanie Boy.
Dean's lone wolfing it right now, for a lack of better terms.
Baron Corbin?
No, that's Dean Ambrose. But we're going to move on because we can only be happy for so long. So we get a little tag team action from the new call-ups from NXT, Ricochet and Aleister Black. I love this pairing, can I just say. I like it so much. I think it's fantastic.
So much.
Taking on the Raw Tag Team Champions, the Revival.
Let's give them the titles, and then let's make them lose every time they're on TV.
For last week, we got to touch on it first. Last week. Pause. Last week, it was the DIY, the Tommaso Ciampa and the Johnny Gargano defeating the Revival.
Hashtag DIY.
This week, it's Ricochet and Aleister Black. Just their movesets, they meld so well together, and they look fantastic doing it. But the amount of disrespect they are showing my men. Listen to me right now. I'm looking right at you. The amount of disrespect that they are showing the Revival right now after attaining the Raw Tag Team Championships is infuriating. It is sending me up the wire to disrespect the innovators of tag team wrestling, who is bringing it back to its glory years, referring to the Brainbusters, the Tully Blanchards, the Arn Andersons, the disrespect! Come on!
Hey.
Is that a record for hat throwing?
FT. No, we've had faster ones.
It's just, come on!
But that's the most intense, probably. FTR.
GB, you're going to get these hands.
Oh. So
get these hands.
So if you guys they lost.
Yeah. Ricochet and Aleister Black won the tag team match against the Revival and the tag team efforts.
Tag team wrestling isn't important to Vince McMahon. Hey.
It hurts my soul, and we'll get more into it later on SmackDown.
Revival is jobbers do.
No.
They are jobbers do.
No.
They are jobbers do. They are jobbers.
I'm moving on before I get...
Hashtag Job Squad. Bring them back, baby. Al Snow, Gilbert, let's go.
I'm going to get so angry.
Can I get a ho?
No. Stop it. Moving on. Ladies and gentlemen, Elias.
Man.
I love Elias so much.
GBG telling you to be prepared to get half a hand, bro. Gang.
Elias out there, ready to perform, but as per usual of the Elias MO, he is interrupted. Who interrupted him?
Modus operandi. I found out that's what MO means. It took me so long to realize what it meant. It's that, yeah. Sorry.
Anyway, who interrupted Elias? Oh, okay. With the shimmy. Okay.
Yeah, that one.
Who's that?
That's Lacey Evans.
Oh, Lacey Evans.
Lacey Evans.
The 1920s pinup girl who is...
Former Marine. Thank you for your service there.
Absolutely.
I love Great Bearded Glory and Spartan Biscuit.
I love... Lacey Evans. I've loved her. We went, me and my fiance. Who's in the building tonight. We went and saw Lacey Evans live during an NXT in Columbus. I want to say 2 years ago now. and she was there, and we had no idea who she was, and she looked fantastic in the ring. She looked fantastic in general.
Yeah.
But it was a good showing.
I don't stalk her Instagram.
First, you probably do.
No, I don't.
She got kids. Anyway, I am not a fan of what they're doing right now with Lacey Evans because it adds up to absolutely nothing. She comes out to strut her stuff, and it's.
Shout out to Nick Milks. He's at NXT Detroit right now.
Nick Milks is Justin Marinade.
Justin Marinade's in Detroit.
Do you think Becky is going to Mania? Ooh, that's a big question.
Yeah.
Love you, Nick Milks. That's a big question. Becky going to Mania, more than likely challenging, Ronda and Charlotte Flair. Do you think she's going to Mania?
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely. It's the biggest draw in WWE. One of the biggest draws in WWE right now. Yeah, Becky is cash money with her Stone Cold persona of sorts, but making her own with her inverted Kill Bill outfit. I love that outfit. The leather, it's a good outfit. It's dynamic.
I love Becky Lynch.
Becky Lynch. We were at Fastlane last year, me and my fiance, and Becky Lynch had a tag match with Naomi against Carmella and somebody else. Young Custodian here messaged me and said, "Go in the."
Hey, we don't need to tell this story.
What?
I remember what I said.
It's important.
All right, go ahead. Shoot.
Go break into the back and get that lady's tights, like. It's something.
What?
Like he wanted the clothing she was sweating in. It was fiery. I remember that they were black with flames
science.
on it.
It was for science.
Oh, are you cloning? Are you trying to attempt to clone the
Sure,
man?
Yeah, let's go with that.
You trying to clone a man or the man?
Oh man, I got the perfect. I'm leaving it alone. I'm leaving it alone.
Anyway, back to Elias and Lacey Evans. Dean Ambrose comes out and starts running, trying to get requests going. It's entertaining. I love wrestling so much. Dean Ambrose trying to get requests out of him. They can't see it. And it's nothing. And then Dean just ends up hitting him with. You ever played Dirty Deeds?
Dirty Deeds, done dirt cheap.
And hits him with the Dirty Deeds DDT. It was a good end to the segment.
Do you think he's actually leaving? Or is it a work?
I don't know. Shout out there, anybody.
Work or shoot, Dean Ambrose.
Or shoot, anyone. Dean Ambrose out there in the comment section. Throw it out there right now. Do you think Dean Ambrose is leaving the WWE after WrestleMania? They have no plans for him right now. I mean, there's nothing. There's no match for him right now. Do you think?
You know what else they don't have plans for?
What's that?
The Revival, but they're still working, aren't they?
Oh, no, will you stop?
Great references,
What the?
Steve.
I'm gonna. See, George out there saying no. Dean Ambrose ain't leaving. No Jonathan Good out for the rest of the world. It's all for WWE.
Jonathan Good.
That's his slave name. Anyway.
Moving on.
Yeah, Gubman. He's playing on those nerves, kids. You gotta watch.
I'm on one today, boy.
I'm just saying. If Young Custodian ain't back next week, you watch out. That's what I'm saying. Don't ask questions.
Turn around.
Anyway, that Flodo. What up, Olivia? How you doing? Everything Wrestling Nation. Blowing in the wind.
On.
We had tag team action. The Riot Squad.
Team action.
Riot Squad taking on Ronda Rousey and Natalya in a tag match. It was a good showing to start, and then when the man comes around.
When the man comes to Raw.
She hits you with crutches is what she does, actually. And then she gets arrested. Becky Lynch showed up in case you don't know who the man was, in case you don't know wrestling.
If you don't know wrestling, why are you here? George Kraft saying, bye, Felicia. Peace.
My father's the best. Anyway, Becky Lynch coming out, swinging that crutch. The Law coming down with the hard cuffs and toting her around. He's like, don't put those cuffs on my hands. What?
I'm just listening. I like the sound of your voice, man.
It is fresh, isn't it?
She said, easy with those cuffs, boys. I need those hands to hold the title.
That's right. Steve Casanova for the save.
That's
the title.
Fire.
Oh, man. George said sorry.
No.
He did it again. So the match is thrown out. Becky is arrested. Ronda's in the ring, calling out Vince McMahon, Vincent Kennedy McMahon, and by golly, does she get a McMahon?
For once, this was actually fire mic work for Becky. I like this. I mean, not Becky Rousey. Sorry, I like.
You don't even know who you're talking about right now.
I'm talking about Ronda Rousey.
Wanda Rousey.
Wanda Rousey.
Wanda Rousey. Yes, fantastic mic work, but she doesn't get Vince McMahon. Who she get?
She gets the Mean Street Posse. Vince
Gas.
McMahon's favorite people. Now, he got Stephanie.
Stephanie McMahon,
Hello,
who
Steph.
it's women wrestling, so Stephanie has to be involved. But I would say there were some fantastic points that Ronda's like a hero to some of her children. What would she do? And it's a matter of best for business. She needs to do what's best for the WWE right now, and that is a Becky Lynch Ronda Rousey main event at WrestleMania.
Remember at the beginning of the year, they said we're going to change everything, and there's not going to be no authority figure.
You have the power.
And we got screwed. There's authority stable. We
and
don't
then
have the
and then
power.
and Becky screwed Becky is what's happening right now. They're taking
give,
a lot of
and then
old
take.
old storylines and they're just changing them. Like Becky screwed Becky, and Becky screwed Becky. Becky screwed Becky. I'm on a record. Anyway, but it ends with Vince needs to do the right thing, and Ronda lays down the title. What?
Away.
I like that move. That's creative, which is surprising from WWE, but that's creative. I honestly didn't see that happening in any way at all. Whoa. Stephanie McMahon is kind of dumbfounded and awestruck as well, carrying the belt backstage, met by her husband, Hunter Hearst Helmsley. Trips H. And it's just, what do we do? Which way did they go, George? Which way did they go? Anyway, so to move on from the women's wrestling, they decide to get one of the biggest stars, one of the greatest WWE champions of all time,
Jinder Mahal.
Jinder Mahal.
Oh man, such a great champion. The legacy of the belt, and he is
the modern day Maharaja.
And you know he's good. He's a good role model.
Yes,
he's very clean.
Shanti.
And you know, I'm glad he's getting the looks he deserves. Future Hall of Famer. I hate Jinder Mahal.
He's the worst, actually.
I can't keep up this gimmick. Nah, I knock him out.
Oh, kayfabe though, kayfabe.
No, I knock him out.
Okay.
I'm kayfabe. I'm heel.
But anyway,
right now.
Jinder's throwing out an open challenge to anybody in the back to come out and face him in a match. And who's he get? Who's he get? Who's he get? What
can I say it? Damn.
Just say it.
Oh, he's a rapper.
Oh, okay.
And his name is Kurt Angle. What the heck? He won a gold medal with a broken freaking neck. Bars.
So good.
Jen Latin's watching. Shout out Jen.
Jennifer, how you doing? Kurt Angle versus Jinder Mahal in a singles action with the Singh brothers
I was making
at ringside.
chicken at this time. I didn't watch this match.
Well, what happened was Kurt Angle won, as to be
course.
expected. Jinder jobbed so hard. But he still got a job, so that's good.
One of the greatest. Never mind, I won't.
He's one of the best. He's one of the best 3MB members I've ever seen.
Wait, so he did a job?
What are you doing?
So did Jinder do the job? He lost. He did the job.
Jinder did the job.
You know who else did the job earlier
Don't
that
you
night?
say it. Don't you say it. Anyway, Kurt Angle lays out the Singh. No, I'm not letting you say it. Singh brothers get laid out. We move on because. Oh, guess what? It's time for a
moment of bliss.
A moment of bliss.
Listen.
Who's she having out there for a moment of bliss?
Who?
Oh, who is it? Oh.
BDB.
Oh.
Finn Balor. Finn Balor.
Oh, we're so excited. We're
listen,
that intercontinental.
It's more like the abs brought to you by Finn Balor.
Yeah.
For lack of a better term.
What happened there?
Here's what I don't like about Moment of Bliss is
right
now, recently. Is because they... Oh, no. Oh, man.
I was going to get into it.
Stepped on your toes.
I was going to get into it. It's okay.
Because it just... They're just making her a sex object. Oh, I'm attracted to you. I'm talking to... Well, first, EC3 and then Finn Balor, of course. But, like, that's... We're supposed to be progressing with women's wrestling.
Yes.
Not making... Them
they're
Google eyes at EC3 and Finn Balor all the time. It's a fair point, but come on.
They're going to turn her into a more desirable...
Turn her out?
Sally Jesse Raphael. She's a talk show host.
What? Come on, Kyle.
It's an older talk show host because we're working to progress, but we're not progressing, so I went way back. I didn't go Ellen. I went way back.
I'm done with
I didn't go
right
Oprah for reasons.
So moment of bliss happens. She goes, "You show me my abs, I'll show you my." And then, yeah, God,
I'm the best in the world.
And then we get
Lio Rush coming out there, ruining everything. Throw it in the comments. What do you think Alexa Bliss was going to show Finn Balor if he showed her his abs?
And throw out angry reacts for Lio Rush.
Very angry.
We're mad at Lio Rush right there. We're going to angry
He's
react.
a fickle little boy. Fickle.
Basically saying he's better than Bobby Lashley, and he could take you on one-on-one right now talking to Finn Balor.
Oh, so you want a championship match right now?
You're doing British.
I know. I can't really do an Irish accent. I can't really do an Irish accent.
Stop it.
It's getting bad. It's too late to apologize. So we get Finn Balor defending his Intercontinental Championship against Lio Rush. They have great chemistry. George Kraft out there with a fickle. My hair's looking great today. Anyway, Lio Rush with Finn Balor, they meld so well together. Their styles, they're offensive and they're defensive against each other. It's entertaining to watch.
Lio Rush is like a little John Morrison running around with all the parkour he does and stuff too.
Hardcore parkour!
I'm
not doing a cartwheel.
I'll break this whole studio.
I'll ruin things and I got to pay for it. And
oh no.
Anyway, it's a fantastic match. Coup de grace from the top rope.
Coup de grace.
Finn Balor retains
of course
the Intercontinental Championship.
Who's he going up against on Mania? Who you think is going to be?
I don't know. I've been reading that Bobby Roode, Mr. Glorious.
I won't give in.
Are you in Pearl Jam?
Yeah.
Were you were like kind of born when they started music, but not really born.
Kyle, you're like a year older than me.
Exactly. That means I have so much more wisdom. Anyway, Bobby Roode. I would like a Bobby Roode, Finn Balor little. You got that.
And what are we doing with Chad Gable then? What's he going to do?
He's going to get pawned onto another tag team partner.
And they're going to be great.
It would be great, Glorious, and Gable.
I'm going to do it, George.
What's he going to do?
Oh, you'll see.
What little girl?
Whatever. $50 million.
Anyway, we get another match. Before the match, Lashley's berating Lio Rush in the backstage, which I like the opportunity that they're giving Bobby to actually talk.
I don't like hearing him talk.
Like, it's not good, but they're showing him like, okay, I'm my own guy and I can do it myself.
Yeah.
You need to step back, and the words just never came to him fully.
Roll back the rock to the dawn of time and sing this song with me.
Anyway. I don't even know what that is.
We're Back, a dinosaur story.
Oh, good one. Yeah. Anyway, Bobby Lashley taking on Braun Strowman. That was a good burp. That was a good one.
I'm a big boy.
You get a treat.
I am a big boy.
Oh,
yes, I am.
Anyway, match never even gets started. It's just war between Braun and Bobby and Lio Rush. They're just attacking each other. Braun lays them both out with a huge round-the-ring shoulder tackle, and Lio went...
Like that. That's how he did it.
It was more of a shuffle. But anyway, Lio flies like the little boy does. And then Bobby just goes down, and the match doesn't even happen at all. It's just
wrestling. It never happens sometimes.
It never happened.
Hey, Dan's is watching. Shout out Dan Kraft.
These are not the matches you were looking for.
Yeah, Star Trek.
I'm not hurt. I'm just disappointed.
Stop. I got hit with that twice this week.
Good. You deserved it. Hi, Dan. He is our family's Triple H.
He really is.
He really is.
Big old Triple H.
It's weird. But then we get that no DQ match between Dean Ambrose.
I loved it.
And Drew McIntyre.
It was really good.
Dean,
listen, if go on back to the Ambrose thing, where asking if he's leaving or not. He's been having some really good ass matches. He doesn't look like he's not having fun. Like, he's out there just doing himself, having some this. Oh, I loved it.
Did you use any words there?
Yeah.
Who'd you
not in the last part, but like in the meat of the sandwich, I used words.
I do like a good meat in the sandwich. Get like your Philly cheesesteak. Philly cheesesteak with the cheese sauce, and get some peppers on it.
Man, I've been watching Good Eats.
Good Eats is delicious.
What
are we talking about?
Drew McIntyre and
Dean Ambrose. But these guys go to war. I'm surprised blood didn't show from some of those hard hits that they had, honestly.
There was a nice spot with the steel steps on the outside that I really liked in that match. And,
but then the match really never ultimately ends because Baron Corbin and Bobby Lashley and Elias jump in, go in for an attack on Dean Ambrose. But surprisingly enough, somebody comes in for a save.
Big dog.
Roman
Reigns came back.
Roman Reigns coming down for his first in-ring action, but he's not alone. Who's he with? Burn it down!
Seth freaking Rollins.
Rollins both coming in for the save, chasing away the bad guys. The good guys and Dean Ambrose are kind of standing tall. Right. And it's weird. Like they lock eyes, Dean and Seth and Roman, but they don't do the.
I swear, like in my head when it was going, I heard like just a faint remnants of A Whole New World when they were looking at each other. A whole new world.
Don't you dare close your eyes.
We're
men.
Very song heavy.
I know.
I love it. I know. Love it.
If Justin was watching, he'd appreciate it.
Proud.
He'd be so proud. We're gonna do a stream for the Musics in the Ride one time.
Yeah, we're working on it.
We'll get that for you, Justin. Anyway, after that fantastic showing from all the men involved, there's like 12 of them, so I won't relist them off again. We get a singles match for a highlight of the Women's Tag Team Championship match at Fastlane between Bayley and Nia Jax.
Yep. So that happened, and then after that,
Bayley won.
Noted.
Anyway, move on to the Ric Flair celebration. Oh, man.
Styling, profiling, all the other nicknames and stuff. Yeah, Ric Flair's great.
Ric Flair's great.
Ric Flair.
We posted
70 years, 70?
70.
But we posted his liver's 700.
That's right. Liver's 700 years old. That man has
he legit kicked out on 2 against Death
one time.
Yeah,
it's not like Vince and Shane McMahon against Shawn Michaels and God.
Yeah, Vince McMahon holds the pinfall victory over God.
That's real facts. Google it.
Google it.
Yes, please bring in the car music.
All right, George, we got you. This is the most I've ever seen George on the internet, and I love it.
It's weird and odd.
So Ric Flair's celebration happening.
So we get Sting out there. We get
Sting, who straight up annoyed Seth Rollins. Hilarious.
No, touching with all the old TNA guys.
Yes.
You got the AJs, the Bobbies, and then he looks at the Seth Rollins.
And did.
You got Ricky. Oh, you got a legend though. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Still one of the best match of all time. Him versus Macho Man. I stand by that. Stand by your man.
And the one, who else do we have out there? One person that was not out there that really hurt me.
Kyle, if you bring it up, I will throw my hat.
I'm bringing it up. Who should have been there?
Throw my hat. My hair's gross.
It was Arn Anderson, who was fired the week prior.
How do you fire Arn Anderson? He's the GOAT. Spine buster. Brain buster. He's 4 horsemen. And don't like it. No.
You big dummy.
No. Oh, rest in peace, Rollo from Sanford and Son.
And then with a big introduction, big lead in from Triple H and from, he chucked it. It is pretty hat hairish.
Yeah, man.
Anyway, they announced that Ric Flair's coming down the ring. Woo!
Oh, wait, no, we were skipping around. They made a custom title
for
Ric Flair.
With every title reign on there?
Yeah.
All 16-time champion.
Man, for how big your head is, that's really tight.
I know.
Anyways.
It's all hair.
And then they had this nice cake out that looked delicious.
Blue, and it said 70 years old. Happy birthday, Ric
Happy
Flair.
birthday, Ric Flair. So, yeah, it's coming out. And he came out. Wait.
He did not come out. It was weird. There was like a cameraman back there waiting for him to come. But who was there?
Drax, the
Destroyer.
No,
he didn't move, so you couldn't see him. It was actually Batista.
Good old Davey boy.
The Animal. You wait right here. And he goes back into it's the same shirt.
Oh yeah. Drags him out.
Drags him out by his coat, and he's granted, Ric Flair already kind of looks like he's dead, but he looks like he had a beat down. He's not aged well. You have to agree with me. Ric Flair.
If you party as hard as Nate, of course you're not going to look well. But, I mean, it's fine. Whatever.
Are you? Gosh, you're so emotional. It's like you've thrown.
No, I'm not.
It's like you've thrown a hat or something. Anyway, Dave Bautista dragging out Ric Flair, and I like it. Hey, Triple H, do I have your attention? Huh?
Step up. That's what he said. Punk step up to get beat down. That's what he said. He
goes
said,
back for the save, and he's gone. Like, how did nobody know that Batista was in the building at all?
Stood still.
Oh, that's right. Drax.
And then that was Raw.
And that was Raw. How did you feel about Raw?
I gave it a 50-50.
All right. Some good and some bad. Steve, how you feel?
Meh. I really didn't understand. And help me out here because, I'm a bear of very little brain and I'm getting very old. So
he said it.
Can you help me with the continuity as to why Batista randomly would show up and attack Ric Flair? Is it because of the awkward Raw 2000 episode where he said something about how he and Triple H never fought, and reason number 845 why Batista really shouldn't have a live mic?
Yeah. Well, you kind of answered your own question. It's because they haven't fought, and he's been very vocal about his last run in WWE. He wants to fight Triple H at WrestleMania. That's the only thing that makes sense for him.
And I also thought he also said that if he ever did come back to WWE, he didn't want to do it a whole lot of fanfare. He'd just do house shows because he didn't want to step on anybody's toes back in the back and one of the new guys to shine.
Well, and I can respect that. But with the way that he is big nowadays, with being in the Marvel Universe, and it's just very huge, it's just Dave Bautista. He's a name that draws numbers. Mm-hmm. So how do you not be on TV with that, honestly?
And, with wrestling, they always say, never say never.
Never say never. And this is a match that's been building for years. It's just not happened because he's been busy making movies. It's understandable.
Well, thanks, guys. That's why you guys are the experts.
No, I don't call it. I
thank you.
Experts.
With these kind of questions, these hard-pressing questions, that's how we get the information out to the people.
But we couldn't do anything without you, Steve Casanova.
Steve Casanova.
Appreciate it.
But anyway,
that was raw. Like an emo teenager. Raw. XD.
Really? Did you just... Fighting with Your Family is out now, live in theaters.
Why are we promoting Fighting
because
with Your Family?
Paige. She was pretty emo.
Paige.
She was pretty emo.
She ain't giving us no money. I don't care about that. I kind of want to see it. I've seen a couple of her movies.
I think that's what.
Real quick, I want to say a shout out because we lost somebody in this wrestling week this week, and
this is hard. I'm gonna let him take this
before we go to SmackDown. We all know I'm a huge fan of indie wrestling and death matches, but this week we lost a really good one. Invisible Man is no longer with us, and I'm really sad about it. They at a Game Changer Wrestling event, they did a. Last night, Live and Die in L.A., they did a tribute to him, had the 10-bell salute. Joey Janela shotgunned a beer for him. They had an invisible projector showing all of his invisible highlights, and they even got an invisible flag for him to hang at GCW events, but they lost it. I just want to give a quick moment of silence for Invisible Man, and then we're going to have the Fresh Voice come, and we're going to SmackDown, but... All right, we're done there. Thank you.
Guys, favorite Invisible Man match? I'm going to say against Kota Ibushi and DDT.
Ooh, that was good. I would go with his match with Joey Janela at the Gathering of the Juggalos.
I don't know. The clusterfuck from the spring break last year was a fantastic time.
He got the package.
He got the small package. Paul Smack.
He got him back. Got him in the small package.
Moving on to SmackDown, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, welcome to SmackDown Live. And that was SmackDown Live.
And that was SmackDown Live. Thanks for coming. That's the show. Right?
No, really started out with the contract signing between the current green WWE champion, the new Daniel Bryan. It's so good with that hemp belt. Have you noticed it's kind of starting to fall apart in pieces?
Because he's a dirty hippie.
He doesn't
and
take care of
dirty
things.
hippie things break.
Oh.
Gross. Grow up.
He's been broken quite a few times. That's why he had to retire for those years, and I find that funny. But with the signing from the New Day, Kofi Kingston, he was excited, running around the ring. He's getting it signed. He's going to sign. He's sitting at the table. He got the pen in hand, and
no chance.
Vincent Kennedy McMahon in the building, y'all. Vincent Kennedy McMahon just doing the things he do. Wrecking
you just
things.
said Vincent Canadian McMahon.
Well, he probably is because Kofi screwed Kofi at this point.
No, he didn't.
But anyway, he comes out to say he's got a bigger name, a bigger challenge for the new Daniel Bryan. One that's going to bring
a bigger belly.
He's lost weight, but he's a bigger man. The Kevin Owens Show. Kevin Owens has finally. Kevin Owens is back in WWE.
With some new ink too. His tattoos.
I love his sleeve. It's looking good. But Kevin Owens is looking good, thin, ready to fight. He wants a fight.
And they're approved, and they look good.
Unlike that douche flute. Unlike that douche flute, TJP, you soft.
What idiots.
Idiots.
I don't know.
Slapped
He got approval before all the tattoos, but who knows? The whole point is Kevin Owens is back. That's why we're randomly wearing the same shirt, guys.
This wasn't planned. This wasn't
Not
planned
at all.
at all.
We picked him up. He doesn't drive.
Gang, who needs driving when you got friends like these?
You got a friend in me.
I'm going to cry at Toy Story 4.
You are emotional. Kevin Owens is back. Comes backstage. Stephanie and Shane had no idea that their father, Vincent Canadian McMahon, were going to pull off this stunt. Comes back and says, you know what? I want to tag team with Kofi Kingston. I want to challenge Daniel Bryan and Rowan in a tag team match in the main event of SmackDown Live tonight.
Yeah, that happened.
It is exactly what happened.
I was trying to think of something funny to say, but like your
energy. I'm pumped because Kevin Owens, the freaking Kevin Owens show has arrived to SmackDown Live.
Shout out to Lyle, my new son-in-law.
It's a baby. So it's fantastic stuff. I love Kevin Owens is just cash money, whether it's in the mic or on the ring. I did that backwards. In the ring or on the mic. Yeah. No one would have noticed if I didn't say anything.
Right. That's the number one rule of broadcasting. No one notices you mess up until you point it out. Anyway.
July 30th, they noticed my mess up. That was boring.
That's his birthday.
So what happens next? Oh, I'm excited about that.
We get a tag team match. The Bar out there. But it's not. It was originally, they were advertising Johnny Gargano against Cesaro. Cicero. Brian Lyle.
No. That's fire. Hey, too sweet for that, doggy.
Oh my goodness, that's a comment. It's a feeling. God. Anyway, so it was supposed to be Johnny Gargano against Cesaro, but it's actually a tag team match now. The Bar against the Hardy Boys.
Both of them.
Both. Ebonics, both.
Matt looks good.
Matt's gotten in shape. His back's probably feeling a lot.
No apologies necessary there, Lyle. Oh, God, that was a great play.
Matt Hardy's looking fantastic after his time away. Probably spending time with his kids. He's got a ring in his garage. He's been training hard. He's looking good. I would say the woken Matt Hardy is deleted, and it's just the Hardy Boys now. I love the character.
Next.
Oh, I'm proud of you.
Why?
It's very questionable as well. But the Hardys get the win for the first night back. They're excited, and they're coming for the belts. Oh, they want them belts. Talking about them oops.
O's. Well, just drive with them. Two drunks fighting two drunks, huh?
Because the amount of past,
the amount of Deweys,
the arrest, the arrest,
Dewey on the chain, like money in the bank.
Anyway,
the Usos and the Hardys are in a car. Who's driving?
Nobody.
The police officer. By the way, that is Muhammad Ali's favorite joke. I just punched it up for him. He's not here. Oh no, I didn't mean that with disrespect. I did not mean that with disrespect.
So, quick story.
Anyway.
We were at the bar when I found out he died. I'm talking to Kyle. Kyle don't drink. I lit. I look at my phone. I just drop my phone, run out the bar crying. He picks up my phone, looks at Tina and goes, Mama Lee's dead. I got to go talk to John.
It was not
the greatest.
R.I.P.
So, yeah.
Anyway, R-Truth comes out.
Did we finish talking about
the Harder Boys won?
Oh, yeah. We said that.
They're excited for the championships.
I'm in my feelings.
They won them. He's in it. Yeah. All up in my feelings.
R-Truth comes out.
R-Truth comes out.
With my girl.
Carmella.
She's faithful.
F-A-B-U-L-O-U-A.
Did you all right. You were close.
I know.
You were close.
Who'd have thought that?
Anyways, R-Truth comes out, does the thing.
Saying, I'm going to do John Cena proud. I'm going to hold a United States Championship Open Challenge. And, oh, buddy, did he get some responses? Who did he get to respond? Who was first?
Which one was first?
I don't know. It doesn't matter. Just pick one.
I'll go on Andrade.
Andrade comes out and say, I want to be the United States champion with Zelina Vega.
Who is married to Aleister Black.
Yep. Congrats. But who else comes out? One of the greatest United States champions of all time. Who was it?
Okay, I thought you were going to Rey Mysterio. I was just going to actually say it. I was going to make a joke. Rey Mysterio. I was going to be a good boy. I was going to be a good boy.
Sure you were. But anyway, Rey Mysterio, Andrade, R-Truth, triple threat, United States Championship. This match was delightful.
I'm going to make you proud, John.
John, let's do it. And
all three of those guys that really.
R-Truth is like 40. I want to say 7 or 47, 48.
You want to say 47 or 47? I'm going to go with 47.
Survey says
SmackDown
Live.
But no, it was good. I like it. R-Truth getting the dudes.
R-Truth can move still for being such an older competitor. Mm-hmm. Rey Mysterio, still being older, can move as an older competitor. Andrade, he's not old, but golly, he can work. These guys just have chemistry. And I love this pinfall, the quick roll-up from R-Truth to retain. Oh, it's such fantastic storytelling from all three men. And then after the match, there's a beatdown from Andrade to Rey. Rey's getting beat down to continue that storyline. Mm-hmm. It's storytelling and it's creative.
Continuity is beautiful with that.
SmackDown's on point with all of these things.
That specific
feud.
And I really like what they're doing there.
I do too. Charlotte Flair promo. The girls are scared of her.
I know nothing about wrestling, but I can tell you a thing or two about a SmackDown.
Oh,
hi, Susie.
Hi, Susie. She's in my choir.
Oh, hi, Susie.
Susie. Everything Wrestling Nation. SmackDown. Corporate Elbow.
Thanks for watching,
I appreciate it. Everything Wrestling Nation. Anyway, Charlotte Flair promo out there saying the girls are scared of her. And I don't
Lynch is the man, and Charlotte Flair is I'm not making that joke.
Don't make that joke. And then we get another tag team match. That's all I want to talk about Charlotte Flair because I'm bored with it. You bore me. Anyway, I'm bored with it.
You played yourself.
Fool.
Tag team match. We got the NXT boys.
The NXT. Ricochet and Aleister Black taking on
Rusev Amora. What? I can't name him Rusev Amora. Shinsuke Rusamura. Shinsuke Rusamura.
For those of you who don't know what he's saying, it's Rusev and Shinsuke Nakamura. That was I was not ready for that tag team name. I have to say.
You know, if you tweet that to Rusev, he may actually like that.
And I will once I figure out the spelling.
If I would, we'll break it down on the car.
Break it down. Cease and desist. Stop.
I'm sorry. You're on it. I'm proud of you.
It's a good one today.
It's a new day. Yes, it is. Ricochet.
Speaking of new day, would you guys like to see real quick the image, the graphic that they threw up right after Vince McMahon takes away?
I forgot about this. I forgot.
Wait. Okay. Well, I don't have the full.
Do it. Lead into it.
I don't have the full one here. I mean, I could get a picture. I'll tell you what. Before we get out of here today in the show, I'll bring up his face too. But yeah, definitely. The WWE, the exact month that they took Kofi Kingston's shot at the WWE Championship away, they cut to.
Love it.
Celebrated.
You know what Black History is? Taking away what they rightfully earned.
Exactly.
I don't like twinning.
Oh, if I'd have done that, I would have held that up longer. Anyway,
it's
I just thought it was deeply ironic.
Good point.
Yeah.
Steve Casanova.
That's hilarious.
That's facts.
That's how I celebrate it, pal.
Totally oblivious. Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
Short months, you get the shortest push.
Wow. Anyway, Ricochet, Aleister Black, Rusev Mora. What would you say?
Shinsuke Rusamura.
Shinsuke Rusamura. I like that so much.
I like that pairing. I like those guys.
I like all those guys.
I like everybody in this match.
All those guys had a fantastic showing. They had their spots. They just flow.
Shinsuke did the weird octopus thingy, and then Aleister Black did his crisscross applesauce, and you sitting down and your wall. I thought you were actually down and it's that tall. Wow.
No, I'm not that tall.
Your pants? Oh, you would have just ripped your pants. We could have sang the SpongeBob thing. I'm sorry.
Anyway, so you don't see my pants. You never see my pants. Anyway,
ew.
What little girl? Ricochet, Aleister Black, Rusev, Mora. What? Fantastic showing. Shock. Rick.
Check. Anyway,
Ricochet and Aleister Black get the win against Rusev and Nakamura, which I think is stupid. The second showing between Rusev and Shinsuke Nakamura, and they lose. It makes no sense.
It's a dual-edged sword. On one hand, it's stupid that Rusev and Nakamura.
George Kraft said it best. What the hell? Exactly. That's how I feel about it.
It's making Rusev and Nakamura look bad, but it's pushing Aleister Black and Ricochet. So, it's a dual-edged sword. I don't know if I like it or hate it.
I don't know.
Hate it or love it, and it's on top.
Anyway, moving on to the main event. Kevin Owens, Kofi Kingston versus Daniel Bryan, the new Daniel Bryan, and Rowan. This was a very good match. Rowan got a lot better showing than I was really anticipating.
Yeah,
so
he's been getting better. And
talking about arm tattoos and such. Yeah, he's got
sleeve and hand sleeve tattoos in a month. Edgy. He's so edgy.
Edgy. Heartthrob.
He's really a vegan, and so am I.
He's not a vegan. Okay.
No way.
Fantastic showing. I love the back and forth between Kofi and Kevin. It's like it was a little bit of a anything you can do, I can do better sort of mentality.
Anything you can do, I can do better.
No!
I can do anything better than you.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't. I love you.
I always have.
Anyway, Kevin Owens going for the high-flying move over the top rope. Kofi doing it back. I mean, it's just fantastic wrestling. Kevin Owens getting a win over Daniel Bryan in the end. Setting up Fastlane really good. So the chemistry between Kofi and Kevin Owens is getting interesting. My question to you, is Kofi going to get a title shot at WrestleMania against whoever wins the match at Fastlane?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing else. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So far, everything.
Big whale is a big hoe.
Everything confirmed for Fastlane right now. Bayley and Sasha Banks against Nia Jax and Tamina for the Women's Tag Team Championship.
Women's.
We have The Miz and Shane McMahon versus the Usos for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships.
That's gonna be a good match.
That will be
That's gonna be a good match.
Barn burner.
I hate you, Shane McMahon.
Anyway, it's gonna be Mandy Rose complaining about she's got a pin over Asuka, the champion. So they booked the match for Fastlane. Mandy Rose versus Asuka for the women's.
You know what I'm gonna say?
SmackDown Women's Championship. Say it.
Asuka's not ready for Mandy Rose.
What the hell?
I'm going, man. I'm Mandy Rose, boy.
No, Mandy Rose does not need that title.
Mandy Rose.
Can I get a
you know what? I'll smack the bitch out of all y'all. Mandy Rose all day.
You are what you eat. And then Daniel Bryan and Kevin Owens for the WWE Heavyweight Championship.
I'm excited for that one.
I'm excited. It's fantastic.
I'm so upset.
I want to touch on just a couple matches from NXT UK.
Me too.
And NXT. There's 2 matches from NXT UK. We're going to start with a big one. Literally, guys, this is a dream match if I've ever heard of one. We have Cassius Ohno coming up for a little stay from NXT, and his first challenger. I mean, like, if you're going to pick a challenger, you know, prison rules where they say call out the big dog. This is the biggest dog of them all. Volter.
Doggy.
Guys, this was a hard-hitting match. This is,
If you haven't watched this match, Go watch it. I don't care. You don't bootleg it. Actually go to the network. Find it anywhere, somewhere. Watch it. Get familiar with it. I love it. It hurt. It hurt to watch. It was like never open weight style hitting. Man, I love it. Ow.
It was beautiful. Other match, Walter got the win, shockingly. But it was
a couple close calls.
It was just a fantastic showing from both men, honestly. Man. It was glorious, for lack of a better term.
And for being Fat Boy, Ono's great.
Ono can move, but he's no longer a gatekeeper in NXT because he's moved on.
No.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
And then we have the Grizzled Young Vets defending their tag team NXT UK Tag Team Championships against Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch. This was a fast-hitting affair between
NXT and NXT UK does the tag teams right.
They treat them with the respect that they have earned. Kevin Owens, Kevin Steen.
They're not the same person.
Kayfabe. But Grizzled Young Vets they're grizzled and they're younger, but they've been doing this for a long time.
They seem to get better each showing too.
Showing.
You never think somebody they get
like they do some of the same old stuff.
No ceiling.
But they see it's gone.
Yeah, man.
They're going to break through.
Who's taking the belts from them?
I don't know. I was honestly surprised when the Mustache Mountain didn't get the win at the TakeOver Liverpool. Mm-hmm. So I don't know who's going to win. They got to set somebody up. They got to push them good and got to
give me Gallus.
Gallus. I would like that. I would like to see that matchup.
Right.
Give me a Mark and Joe Coffey against the Grizzled Young Vets.
Yes. Or you get my favorite boys in there.
Who's that?
Who
that?
Fabian
Eichner and Marcel Bartel.
Or Barthel, if you
Marcel Barthel.
Oh man, yes.
I would like that a lot.
So either of those two teams, but
with the Dusty Rhodes Classic coming up, who knows what's going to happen?
DIY back together officially for the Dusty Rhodes
Dusty Rhodes Classic.
You got not Kevin Owens.
You're doing great. Keep it up. I'm ready.
Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish are boys back.
Yeah.
Leaving Roddy to do his solo stuff was undisputed, same as Adam Cole.
Yep.
Oh, man, I excited. Baby.
Who else? And then you got Marcel Bartel, AB, and Feichner. You got the Street Profits.
Yes.
You got the Forgotten Sons.
AB and Feichner, who's that?
That is exactly what he said, isn't it? You're doing great, brother. You're doing great, dog.
You pointed it out. I was rolling with it. But anyway.
This is the greatest show in the history of our sport.
Yes.
Announced for it, you got Ricochet and Aleister Black, I believe.
A lot of brackets coming up. New Japan to drop the New Japan Cup.
New Japan Cup starting this week.
Woo! All right, you want to get this wrestler of the week?
Who's the wrestler of the week?
Or do you want to touch on this?
I want to touch on one match.
Okay.
And it was the hottest match I've seen in quite a little bit of time. The 6 foot, he's a giant of a man. Dominic Dijakovic against Keith Lee.
Who is Kyle? He is a
thick boy.
Thick boy.
I am the thickest of boys.
Drink.
So, reporting live from NXT Columbus on Friday night, I was very impressed with the one move. Now, granted, it was rope assisted, but then again, getting a big thick boy up is no small feat. And I did Keith Lee and all of us did feast our eyes. Unfortunately, he came up the short end with that. But to go ahead, Dominic Dijakovic to power him up and get him in the feast your eyes is pretty amazing too. So I mean, I don't know if it's going to count or not, quote unquote, for their feud, but it's a pretty good match to have.
I'm just saying, this is not the end of this feud. Ending with a double count out. These boys still wanted to keep going. It's just, oh man, this is not going to stop.
This is one of the type of feuds that branches past brands too, because Uncle Meltzer gave him a 5-star at PWG one
Pro
time.
Wrestling Gorilla. So. But we're going to get into the Superstar of the Week.
Ooh, can I do it? Can I do it? So the Superstar of the Week is a legend in wrestling.
Oh, okay.
Been around for, I don't know,
quite a few years.
Quite a few years.
Yeah.
And if you don't know him,
you
owe him a lot. He's actually helped Kevin Owens a lot. He's done a lot, and it is Jack Dorsey, one of the CEOs of Twitter. One of the founders of Twitter. He is our Superstar of the Week.
But he's not. But he's. He's never been in.
But what?
Brian Lyle said, "I am double thick." I appreciate you, Lyle. But Jack Dorsey is our superstar of the week.
Shout out to Jack Dorsey.
Mainly, it's actually Twitter we want to talk about, and superstars using Twitter to the utmost here as of late.
I had a picture come on my Facebook memories of a Kevin Owens tweet I shared.
Oh.
And it said, it was somebody tweeting to Kevin Owens, Karma got you bad on Monday Night Raw, didn't it? And Kevin Owens replies, that was actually Big Show. Karma hasn't wrestled for WWE in years, idiot. Jacob Shaw, hashtag 2019, we love gay shit, gang, gang.
Oh, man. Jacob Shaw. That beard is beautiful.
Yeah, shout out to
him, too.
Speaking of beard, Jack Dorsey.
Jack Dorsey.
So why are we talking about Twitter?
All the shenanigans that's been going on between Ronda Rousey and Becky Lynch. It's been just some dynamic stuff. I think Steve Casanova's got some stuff to put up so we can talk about it. But it's basically how they're going back and forth. Becky saying going to jail, being arrested and such. Ronda saying there's just so much to encapsulate because there's been so much happening, saying Ronda right there in that visual, that's the weakest armbar I've ever seen. The BS armbar that doesn't even work and just looks like you're holding the dick you wish you had. She said dick. Huh. And then the man replied, huh, it does look exactly like that now that you mentioned. What'd she do?
And she
What'd she do?
Photoshopped a picture of Travis Brown, Ronda Rousey's man. On
that's her husband. Who'd have thought a husband would be a victim of some shaming on Twitter?
Keep talking, we're getting there.
Well,
oh my gosh, but there's more.
I mean, I'll tell you who'd have thought a husband would be the shaming victim.
Who'd have thought?
Travis Brown when he cheated on his wife was Ronda Rousey. Nobody remembers that.
No one remembers that.
I don't care. I don't care. I'm terrified of him, but he can't legally touch me. So what?
Because his hands are weapons. Anyway, we get to the beginning. Oh my! Oh, look at that picture. Look at that. Look, he looks like a dick.
Yeah. Well, track record shows.
But it is.
Well, isn't pretty much the whole reason why the rumor is out there that Ronda Rousey's leaving after WrestleMania anyway, because she wants to make babies with him or
she
something.
Wants to have babies.
And which is fair.
Everyone's right to do so.
Well, anyway,
you're having my baby.
The whole reason why Ronda Rousey's in the WWE right now is because her striking coach is the same awful, terrible, awful mentor that he has too. What's his name?
Shane McMahon?
Edward Sheminga. I don't know what his name is, but he's awful. He's god awful. And I'm not saying that for any other reason other than the fact that other people have basically fired this dude before.
Yeah, he's not a good person.
He is not a good person. He's not a good strength coach. I made the comment earlier amongst friends that isn't it funny how Ronda Rousey's got more striking coaching in the short time she was at the PC than she ever did as a UFC fighter.
That's true. She relied so much on her ground game. But Ronda Rousey breaking kayfabe with Rebecca Quinn. I don't care what the script says. I'm beating the living shit out of you the next time I see you.
Here's what I don't get about that. What's script?
What script?
What's not scripted?
Wrestling's
Ronda.
real.
What is it? Yeah, it's real to me, damn it.
It's real to me, damn it.
I don't. It's just too much. Ron, you still mad, bro? Just checking because you went a little full Russo earlier. Wanted to make sure you made it back okay. Ronda saying, "Oh, I haven't seen this. This is news to me. I didn't
see this.
I haven't seen this part." It's like, lawyer up, bitch. You're about to have plenty to sue me for. I can't afford it. # worth it. Is it worth it?
Let me work it. Put my thing down, flip it in reverse.
It's your flipping internet yet? What? It's your flipping internet yet? And then Becky said, "You're doing amazing, sweetie." It's just.
You pack like so many accents in one, and I love it.
It's because I'm thick. I have a lot of room.
You've got a lot of accents. I love it.
But oh man, and the backstage higher ups at WWE are not happy.
We're
with
not happy at all.
Other superstars poking fun at Rousey in the Twitter brief.
Tyler Breeze challenging Harper. I'm going to call out Harper and see what you are. And then Harper says, maybe you should challenge someone who's actually on TV, you bitch.
Man.
Dumbass.
Oh, it was so
Dumbass.
good.
It's so good.
Can't come back, Harper. We miss you.
We miss you.
You the most talented of the Wyatt family.
Need
I'm
more
sorry.
of more than just an intercontinental push. But that's the show.
That's the show.
That's a show, guys. How'd you feel? Do you like that, fiance?
I feel good.
Oh, she loved it. All right.
She
Steve
loved
Casanova, how'd you feel about it?
I loved it.
Oh, I love it.
I love it.
All right. So, what is that?
Everything Wrestling Nation. I have been Young Custodian, your friendly neighborhood custodian, owner of that mob life, mob shit, gang, and this has been.
I'm Fresh Voice. I don't have mob. I'm just represent. That's all I'm saying.
Hey.
Have a good week, guys. We'll see you next week on Everything Wrestling Nation. Woo!